What's up, everyone? Delphi After Dawn, Crime Stories with Jason King. So, you know how I've been saying this whole entire time that a lot of the things we see on the news are not true, and how we have what's called crisis actors who get on camera, and a lot of stuff is staged to look real, but really it's not. It's just staged and put out on the television and in the media to look real, to that way people in government can push an agenda, right? Well, even Trump has confirmed this by talking about this all the time. Well, I've been trying to open people's eyes to this for a while now. Well, I just got this. Fox News just put out this new story the last 6 hours ago, and it's about a 13-year-old boy who was with his mom and dad out somewhere, Daytona 500 or somewhere, I don't know. They was out doing something, and apparently the boy was looking down at his phone like everybody in America does, out not paying attention. I don't do that shit. I'm always aware of my surroundings. But anyways, he was looking down at his phone, and this random sex offender African-American guy come running out of nowhere and just took a box cutter, allegedly, and slashed his neck, right? And luckily he's still alive. Allegedly, doctors are saying if it had been a centimeter, a little bit down, a centimeter, a little bit deeper, he wouldn't still be alive because it would have hit his jugular vein. Well, I got to watching this new news story about this awful crime that happened, right? And I got to noticing something about the boy's father. If you watch this news story Fox News just put out, something don't quite look right with the father. If you look closely, you can tell that he's wearing some type of face mask. The guy's obviously wearing a face mask to cover up his real identity. So this has me thinking this whole entire story is fake and it's just staged, and these are just more crisis actors to, putting out a fake story to do fear mongering among the public to scare everybody. And then I got to notice, and even the mother don't look right. They look like they did a little bit more better of a job covering her face, whatever face mask she's wearing. As far as the boy, I don't think he's got a face mask on. I think they just did some prosthetics to make it look like he really does have stitches on his neck. But if you look at the boy's father on the right in the blue Daytona 500 shirt, he's obviously wearing some type of face mask. And, I just want to show you all this news clip so everybody will be awakened and aware of what's really going on and how you can't believe everything you see on TV. But here's the news clip, and I want you to watch this. Look very close. You can tell this guy's got some kind of weird face mask going on. They didn't do that good of a job, apparently. I don't know, but let's jump into it. I want to show you this news clip. Let's check it out. Oh, another thing I want to point out before I jump into the video. I'm the only one in the comment section asking, what in the hell is this black stuff on this news reporter's forehead, right? Nobody's even asking the question, what's on her forehead? Like, what is on this news reporter's forehead? She's got like this black stuff all over her forehead, and I see, out of thousands of people who've seen this, I'm the only one asking questions about it. Like, I'm the only person that's noticed it. Like, I just found that odd, that nobody is asking questions about what this black stuff is on this news reporter's forehead. But I digress. Let's jump into it.
We were dealing with the Democrat Party of, let's say, even, 10, 13 years ago, they'd be really happy that criminals were being removed from society. But no, not today. Their prosecutors, their judges, their activist base protect vile monsters who go on to attack innocent American children.
We are at Daytona at the park, and my son was somebody cut his throat. He was on the phone, and somebody just came and it cut him. He got his throat.
The Clark family was on vacation while walking along the Daytona Beach boardwalk when, without warning, a man lunged at 13-year-old Sullivan, slashing him across the throat. By the grace of God, he's still alive. But doctors said that if the knife went just a millimeter deeper, he would not be. The suspect, child sex offender Jermaine Long, was just released from jail 4 days earlier. According to the Daytona Beach News-Journal, Long was arrested in January for trying to injure 2 men with a knife and an 8-foot pole. But prosecutors declined to prosecute him, despite, by the way, his lengthy rap sheet. People like this should spend their time in prison, not walking around the boardwalk to terrorize innocent families. Here now with us exclusively, Sullivan Clark, the young man whose throat was slashed, along with his parents, Lori and Jared Clark. First of all, thank you all for joining us. Sullivan, I read this a couple nights ago. I have 2 sons. I was so horrified. First, how are you feeling? And did you get any warning about this attack before it happened?
I'm feeling fine. There was no warning. It kind of came out of nowhere. Dude just, he came up behind me.
So you were walking along the boardwalk on your phone, beautiful day, enjoying your family vacation, and he came up from behind you, and the knife was pulled around the front of your throat? Is that how it worked?
Yeah. It was probably 10:30, 10-ish. Out of nowhere, he came with a box cutter like that behind me and got this side of my neck. I happened to be turning my head at the time, so he just missed this part of my throat. And he also, by some miracle, didn't hit my jugular either. But then he went running, and I don't know.
Lori, as a mom of 2 teenage sons, my heart went out to all of you, and I was so glad that your son Sullivan was okay. But what happened next, Lori?
We are so grateful. The Daytona police and the first responders were really quick to respond to us, and we are so grateful for that.
Yes.
But it was absolutely horrific, the entire experience, and terrifying. And we just can't understand why something like this would happen.
Jared, we're learning more about this suspect. He is also suspected of hitting a man with a sledgehammer earlier in the day. Now, this was about 20 minutes before your son was attacked. So it was the same morning of the attack. He was released after menacing other people with a knife the month prior. So he had a long rap sheet, but the guy's walking around in public. Obviously an unstable individual at the very least. Jared, your reaction to the fact that he was even out on the street?
I don't think I can tell you that on live TV. This guy, this is totally unacceptable. I cannot believe he was just released 4 days ago. And then, come to find out, he could have been arrested the same day, and my son, we wouldn't even be sitting here right now. It's totally unacceptable. If I'm at 7-Eleven wheeling a hammer around, I guarantee the least of my concerns is getting arrested.
Jackson, Sullivan, you turned your neck, and that knife, the police said, if it had gone in a millimeter deeper, you would have been lost. Your parents' hearts would have been broken. Even looking at this
I wouldn't have made it.
photo is, I can't even look at the photo. How many stitches is that?
13.
Lori, your message to the authorities who allowed this man to be out in the streets and the boardwalk.
It's just shocking that he could be out on the streets. He's fallen through the cracks so many times, and I don't understand how he's still out on the streets. And we know that the state of Florida can do better, and that we are going to put this horrible pervert away forever.
Jared, we reached out to the Daytona police to see if they had any surveillance video, and they said they won't be releasing any because it is exempt from Florida public record pursuant to a pending prosecution. They told us that if you wanted it, you would have to request it, Jared. The family would. Have you seen it?
No, and I have requested it. I believe I was talking to the director of the police department, and they said that that wasn't an option. It was evidence at this time.
Sully, you're a student. You're just a regular kid, and this happens to you. Does this change the way you feel when you're walking on the street now? I mean, are you looking over your shoulder, not looking down at your phone so much, looking around? Situational awareness, as they call it.
I mean, I think, yeah, but I don't think it should have to be like that, Like, it's kind of dumb.
What the hell? Did I just hear that right? Did I just hear this kid say, being aware of your surroundings is dumb? That's what he just said. That is crazy. No, being aware of your surroundings is not dumb. And if this really did happen, which I don't think it did, but if this really did happen, if he would have been aware of his surroundings, he would have seen the guy coming. But no, anybody out there, don't listen to what this kid just says. Being aware of your surroundings is not dumb. And if this really happened, like they're claiming it happened, he would be a lot more traumatized like he's acting. He's acting like he's not traumatized by it. He's saying he's not going to be aware of his surroundings anymore. He shouldn't have to be aware of his surroundings because being aware of your surroundings is dumb, right? Yeah. And then his mom's saying he's having nightmares, but he's sitting there smiling, acting like he's not traumatized at all, saying he's not worried about his surroundings. Being aware of your surroundings is dumb, is what come out of his mouth. So yeah, I don't really believe this happened, but each is to their own. We all have our opinions, just like we have our assholes, everybody's got one. But yeah, and I think the father, the guy in the blue shirt, I think he's wearing some kind of face mask. At least it looks like that to me. But leave your comments below and give me your thoughts and opinions.
Sully, you're a student. You're just a regular kid, and this happens to you. Does this change the way you feel when you're walking on the street now? I mean, are you looking over your shoulder, not looking down at your phone so much, looking around? Situational awareness, as they call it.
I mean, I think, yeah, but I don't think it should have to be like that, Like, it's kind of dumb.
Lori, Mom, I bet you are protective mama
bear.
bear.
Know. Yes, of course. I mean, he was only 11 feet away from me when this happened, maybe 12 feet. It's absolutely horrifying. And he's had nightmares. We don't know. Hopefully we are fine, and there's nothing more to come. And his little brother, who's 11, who saw everything as well, seeing his brother's neck split open, there might be some trauma, and we're very upset.
Well, I can't even imagine. Thank God, Sully, you're okay.
Thank God.
You're a tough kid, Jared. You're a protective father. Lori, you're obviously amazing, and you're going to be fine. But we're behind you 100%. You get that video, and if you don't, keep in touch with us, please. We're with you all the way. Panel, all of you, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Another thing I would like to mention and point out. You might not know this, but I've always been really good at reading people's body language, okay? I'm going to show you a clip of this news interview. When his mother tells the news reporter that he's been having nightmares, I want you to look at the son's facial expressions when his mom says that. Take a look at his facial expressions and the way he looks at her when she says he's been having nightmares. Check this out.
It's absolutely horrifying. And he's had nightmares. We don't know. Hopefully we are fine, and there's nothing more to come. And his little brother, who's 11, who saw everything as well. It's absolutely horrifying. And he's had nightmares. We don't know. Hopefully we are fine, and there's nothing more to come. And his little brother, who's 11, who saw everything as well.
It's absolutely horrifying. And he's had nightmares. We don't know and there's nothing more to come. And his little brother, who's 11, who saw everything as well.